Okay, so I just did a goof. um, yeah, so I was basically talking about. Sorry, no. So I don't know what I was at. I don't know if I was just playing with a ball and it stopped the recording or whatever. But I goofed up and I felt like I was talking for a whole minute there. Not even like a long time. It took like there was an extra 10 minutes of there with me making realizations and stuff. And I suppose that's I'm kind of pissed, but it's like I don't care. I talked about it and stuff. I do care a little bit, but I suppose it doesn't hurt to do a little summary of what I was talking about. So basically, I was making the realizations that, you know, um, not that I can't help myself thinking about, you know, the new part time, but I also laid out like, I laid out a bunch of reasons as to why that might have been happening, and I think what the reasons I made was, well, the reasons or the possible reasons why it could have been was, um, that it sorry, my brain's fogging out here. One of the possible reasons was because, well, I'm just excited uh, to meet someone, meet a new person, have a new like coworker there, and possibly make a friend. I think that's exciting for most people. Especially those people who are in need of friends. Um, but another part is I'm just down bad. That's one realization, and another one is because I don't know anyone there, like the people there are so much older than me, and it's hard to relate, and it's hard to like talk about my age kind of stuff. I don't know what I would even talk about, but it's just like I think I'm just excited to meet someone my age as well. It's like you know that's cool. um I think I don't have many complaints about my work or my job, but one of the complaints there is definitely just not having people my age there. It's just no, it's kind of old. The next youngest guy there was, he could be like 32 for all I know, but he could also be 26. I don't know. It's like confusing sometimes, but not that it's hard to talk to people there. And I think, yeah, nah, I'm also excited to, I think I see this an opportunity to, like I said, make a new friend and you know see where my social skills are at. Um, but yeah, man, like I know. I think it's good to acknowledge the stupidity of living a weird fantasy like that. But yeah. Anyway, don't worry. I we talked about that, and I also talked about like just putting women at a different pedestal and like treating women differently because I don't know. I tried to lay out a bunch of reasons as to why that was and all that, and I think the reason that I was saying was more like just a lack of interaction, and also just like it's a whole different gender, so it's like. But I think I was also another reason I was touching on and talking about was the fact that um um what's the I was talking about how I'm just way more comfortable being vulnerable and being open with a woman than with a man. I don't know why. I think for better or for worse, I just think that those sort of conversations are better handled by women. You know, I don't sense I sense less of an awkwardness there when I talk about my feelings when I talk with my friends that are girls and my female friends. And yeah, that I mean, it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. I shouldn't feel like a less of a man when I'm talking to another man with my feelings and stuff. And there are there are times where I get to do that with other male friends of mine, and it's I well, there's still a tone. There's still like a locker room tone there when that happens. But no, I still I feel comfortable enough to do that, especially car ride, and that's all good on like that's all good, and I don't mind it. I But yeah, man, that it is weird how I have always. You know what's funny? I almost wished that she was some like 6 foot tall, 6 foot tall like woman that would never date me, that would never see me as a potential partner, because that way I'd be most likely probably I would never see them as a potential partner either. That would just help, honestly. I think there's generally like I do have a hard time differentiating potential partners and just being friends with a genuine human being regardless of their gender. And it I definitely acknowledge that as a problem, because it isn't fair to me in terms of making friends, and it isn't fair to others, to the women that I see as potential partners, because what if they are just meant to be my friends, and a lot of times they are, and that's okay. That's a good thing. I shouldn't have to. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. That's all there is to it, man. That's all there is to it. I'm glad I got to talk about this though. Feels good. Now, mind you, I'm actually kind of glad I feel more pathetic than because I do acknowledge this, like the stupidity and the harsh, like just the harsh reality that was just a fantasy, and I was just kind of fooling myself. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I am a bit disappointed in myself, and I am a bit disappointed and dissatisfied with reality right now. But there's also a lot to think, man. There's also a lot to be grateful for today. There's a lot to be grateful for tomorrow. There's a lot to be grateful for in the future. That's all it is. Expectations, man. They suck ass. Because when things don't meet our expectations, we will always get disappointment. It is the source of disappointment. But you know what? I'm glad. I'm happy that I feel kind of disappointed right now. I'm glad that I feel kind of alone, and I'm glad I feel sad in acknowledging that I've been single for a while now. And I'm glad that I'm mad for. I'm glad I'm mad and angry for. And acknowledging that I deserve better. That I deserve someone at some point. But I'm glad in acknowledging that that I'm glad in acknowledging the fact that I actually don't need anyone. I shouldn't need anyone to feel happy. I shouldn't need anyone to feel fulfilled. I'm glad in being sad about that reality. Well, because it's reality and I'm acknowledging it and accepting it, and that is okay with me. I'd rather it be that than just live in some weird fantasy that will never that might never. I'm not saying will never exist, but a very low chance of it existing. And I think that's also another part of why I can't just. It's hard for me to let go sometimes, because the fact that it's possible, the fact that it's even when it's like 0.01% chance, it could still happen, and that there's something about that, because it's easy to let go of the fantasy that I can't fly, because that's just not happening. I'm sorry, but that's not happening. It's easy for me to let go of the fact that I'm gonna become a massive billionaire, because just the chance is so abysmally low that I can't possibly think it's possible. Also, I can, it's so easy for me to let go of the fantasy that I can dunk, because truthfully, reality is I'm too short to dunk. That's it. Yeah. So the fact that it is even a little bit possible, it's kind of messing me up. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I can acknowledge, reality, and even though it makes me kind of sad and disappointed a little bit, but at least I can move forward with it. You know what I mean? That's good. I am glad. That's a weird way to feel. I feel satisfied. I feel good about not feeling good. Man, that's a good realization. Yeah, it's good. So on another note, oh god, that light is bright. Almost finished this book. Dude, I think this was the first time I read something like an actual like novel, like one of the first times that I can genuinely vividly remember a fucking plot twist that got me almost to be like, yo, what? Dude, it was honestly unpredictable. It was awesome. It is so awesome, man. Oh, and this is one of those moments where I am glad that this is a book and not a movie. Because if it was a movie, then you'd be able to see. Because the plot twist was about a person being another person in two different storylines. Okay, like I'm not gonna explain the novel for you, but this is the book. But the story was okay. Fine, I'll explain a little bit. Okay, protagonist. We'll just call it two main characters. Main character A has friend A. and main character B has friend B. There was a plot twist where main character A and main character B met up, and it turns out that the friend of main character A is the same friend for main character B. I look. There was like 350 pages leading up to that moment, so I'm just mind blown. Okay, but no, it wasn't like that crazy of a plot twist, but it was enough for me to react like physically. Like I went, I was like this, right? I actually had to close the book and I just did and then I actually just like did a little jog, and no, it was good. I feel that was such a yeah. It's good that a book made. I'm actually really enjoying this. It's crazy that I almost didn't pick this up because of reviews. Man. But nah, that I was not expecting that. That is good. I am glad. I'm almost finished. I'm basically like already past the climax. If this was a short story thing. There's probably gonna be like a cliffhanger at the bottom, the end of this, because that's just how it would work, I suppose. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's that. What else happened, man? Oh, we did a dinner with the boys. That was fun. That was actually fun. I dressed pretty nice. Dressed nicely, actually. Played some League. What else? Not much. Cleaned my room a little bit, finally. Jesus Christ. Look at that. Looking pristine. No. Looking a little pristine, no. But, yeah, man. Feel good, Brody. God. This room being, like, mad fucking... What else? I think that's it. I think that's it. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. This is a good one. I'll do it. Alright. See you. Peace.